Oh my lord. No, we're starting now. Alrighty, and I've got myself going live. I need to plug my phone in. Oh, helps if I unplug my... shit. Huh. I personally have never cared about level. Yep. Oh. Y'all have a good race, and I shall go in my own party for commentary. Yep. Alright. Welcome everyone to round 2 of Cloud9's Bullet Cup. So let me get my card chosen first. I want something nice today. I think I'm gonna go with... I think I'm gonna go with the S80RR. So, this is going to be round 2, and this is going to be around Calafia. Very nice track that they've done up. So these standings so far after round 1, we have xSkreeminSkullx in first place, Specky in second, then we have Jiros or Jake in third, Snapey in fourth, Street in fifth, Joe in 6th, Croco in 7th, Deadshot 8th, Mark in 9th, Pale in 10th, Beck in 11th, XTI in 12th, in 13th we have F50 and 14th, who just joined this week, Wix. Actually, I got a better idea of a place to get the start. So this is being done at night. Let's see if I should be able to climb up there. Yep, I knew it. Alright, so the way that it works for race 2 is it's all in reverse order. So whoever started at the back before is going to be up front, and whoever did best is going to start in the back. So it's all going to be points based. So obviously we're going to have XTI in the very front and Skull all the way in the very back. Sticky Bomb is there. I just hear Spear in the distance, literally just Berting his minigun. Looks like he's ready to come back over this way to get everything started off. So it looks like leading us off today is going to be XTI, followed by Beck, Pale, Mark, Deadshot, Croco, Joe, Street, Snapey, Jiros, Specky, Skull, and of course F50, and then Wix. There's Spear over there. And now we just wait for them to get this race underway. eventually. There's the explosion, and there they go. Get a good view on the first corner. A lot of scraping coming out of the first corner, but luckily no incidents. As the race is underway for round 2. Cloud9, ooh, a little bit of crashing there, and Snapey, okay, that was just desync on my end. For a second, I thought Snapey went off the track. But we're going to get back into the car. We're going to head down to another portion of the track. We're going to follow a similar formula to what we did last round, where we're going to get positions up throughout the track. Bridge looks good for now. This bridge will give us quite the angle for a lot of the racing going on, especially when they come around for the next lap. Okay. So it looks like Ollie has gone already from the back of the grid to the front. XTI staying in first, Croco behind, Ollie in third, Juros in fourth, and back in fifth. They've already completed lap 1. They should be coming right in and around here. The car's way off to the side. So here XTI comes, followed right behind by Ollie. He's had a lot of practice this weekend. He really wants to get another first place finish. So I'm going to move down a little this way as the cars come past. There we go. Now that's an angle. I do apologize for any sniffling that I may do in this commentary. I am fighting a bit of a cold. So if you hear any of that, that's the reason why. Already quite a lot of grid spread in this first part of the race. I am interested to see who comes out on top. It's a 30-lap race, so anything can happen. I like this spot because it covers so many different angles. I can even get that angle. Yeah, Mark, that is how it works. It's all reverse order. So if you finish last in this race, you start first next and vice versa. It's all based on reverse grids. And probably after this pack goes... Oh, I'm on the track. That's not what I want. Looks like XTI and Ollie are having a nice battle on this lap. Ollie taking the line. Is he going to be able to affect the overtake? He does. Nice job there. Going to come around to this large turn right here. Will he still have the lead on this turn? He does, taking a defensive line against XTI turn. Juros, though, is not too far behind. Should have picked a different car to get around in, but that's fine. of straight sections on this track that don't make good viewing angles, but there should be this area right here that will make great. So we're going to get them as they come around to this hairpin. Here they come now. Ollie currently in the lead, followed by shortly behind by Giros. He is followed by Street and then Warcrocko, making a lot of contact. This is a very tight turn. Probably not going to do as much talking this round since my throat is a little sore. I'll provide as much commentary as I can. The grid has spread out pretty far. Ollie with a pretty good lead on Giros for now. He started in the very back this time around, but he did win last round, so we'll see if he can effect another victory in round 2. Getting him a second victory actually in round 2 will put him pretty far ahead. I'm going to pull up our stats right now, because first place gets 21 points, which is about 4 or 5 more than second, so it's quite a spread. Points at the end of the day, your consistency is what's going to matter. There is a very popular brake boost area right there. There's a ton of tire marks right there. Alrighty. Once the pack passes, we are good to go. Let's see if we can find a nice area. Yeah, this will work. This way we also have a nice view of that other part of the track. Giros still trailing behind Skull. He's going to definitely be trying to edge that lead out more and more throughout the race until he makes his pit. Giros looks like he's followed behind by Street and Quicks. Quicks is a very fast driver, but can he make up enough points after missing race 1 to affect himself to get into the top 5? F50 and Beck. XTI. Warcrocko, Hale, Snapey. There's Deadshot and unfortunately Mark trailing the very back in 14th place. Got a feel for him on that one. Hopefully he does some better laps. Right. This is a bit of a shorter track. back to the start line where we want to catch them as they come into pits also. Oh, if only I could get on top of that. There goes Ollie. He has widened the gap to Gyros again. Looks like Street and Quick's are going to be having a nice little battle of their own. Oh shoot, I just jumped right onto the track. Thank God nobody was oncoming. And that is Gyros into the pits. Mark looks like he is catching him to Deadshot. I hope he does not end up finishing last. Let's see if I can get on one of those signs or somewhere. A little higher up, I think would be a nice thing. The liquor store would be a good angle. Looks like XTI and Beck having a nice little battle of their own. The field is spreading out pretty nicely, so now it's going to start coming down to hear everyone else's individual consistency and pace as we make up for lost time. Back to one of our older spots. Ollie with a pretty healthy lead. Nice overtake there on the back part. Looks like Quicks has overtaken Gyros for second. He's going to be closing the gap to Ollie pretty soon. Gyros is going to be definitely fighting for that. and Beck still having the battle of their own for 7th. little clip, and Mark explodes. Holy fuck. He clipped that little area right there and just absolutely explodes. And he has now been lapped by Ollie. Hate to see it. Like Street and Specky are having a nice little battle for fourth. XGI and Beck still on their battle. Joe kind of in between two different groups of two. Ollie's main challenge right now is going to be to maintain that lead over Quicks. I'm unsure if either of them have made their pits yet. And I'm unsure if either knows if the other has made a pit yet, so their pit strategy is going to come into key here soon. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But for that, I am going to actually pits when we get right. Capture some hit action. I just did that right in front of Joe. Oh, that's hilarious. I need to cross now. Kind of another reason why I chose a very quick car, I guess. That's the view I'm looking for. This way we can capture anybody who is coming into the pits. I think it was Pale. The Deadshot is chasing Pale pretty heavily. What the dog doing? Ollie just using some boost there. Mark moving to the side so that Quicks can pass and overtake him. And Jiro's coming up in third. Street in fourth, Specky in fifth. Joe currently sitting in sixth. XTI in seventh. Beck in eighth. Snapey in ninth. F50 in 10th. Croco in 11th. Pale in 12th, Deadshot in 13th, and Mark trailing in 14th. Tight group coming in here. Beck making his pit. Loses 2 positions from the pit. As you can see, there's very significant field spread. Oh, pardon me. What the Pale doing? Oh, sorry, that was Pale. What the Spear doing? I guess he's just coming up to observe. I think everyone at this point then has made pits if he's going to be down here, if he's going to be here. So in that case, it's going to be a matter of speed. Ollie does have a good lead over Quicks. Quicks is known for his speed. I mean, his name is Quicks after all. A lot of back and forth traffic, so this is a nice place, and I can zoom in all the way over here. I might be able to catch me on there. Oh, XTI coming in the pit, so I guess not all the pits were finished. But we can see people all the way out there. That's why I like it. Find another location. Try and stay off the track. Ah, fuck. I did not mean to do that. Stay still. Let's get a nice three-way battle between F50, XTI, and back right there. Fire away, that's where it respawns. Oh, that sneeze came out. Can work. That's high up. Yeah. Looks like Ollie has overtaken Deadshot now. And lapped him. We're up the hill soon. This is where it's going to get interesting. As first place is slowed up by back markers, is that going to slow him down enough to let Quicks gain some ground? We are probably right now about halfway through the race, so at this point though, anything can happen. Still a nice three-way battle going on for 7th. Wrong way, my ass. Here's Pale Ollie closing in to lap him. It's still a rough. There's still a bit of a gap between Ollie and Quicks. Oh, okay, they are on lap 17. Is Mark still racing? Yeah, Mark's still going. So yeah, we are about halfway through the race now. Thanks for keeping me informed. Probably reposition. This opportunity to follow right behind. Ooh, looks like they had an incident up in here. Deadshot's about to get blue flagged by Quicks. Pale potentially about to get blue flagged by Charles. Fight between the Street and Specky going west as well. And of course there goes Mark. Oh dear. It looks like Quicks is starting to gain ground on Ollie. Ollie's going to have to do a good job defending against Quicks. Deadshot did not hold Quicks up much at all. Gerald's going to be definitely wanting some in on some of that podium action. He is still in third. He has been for the majority of this race. Ollie been first since I want to say about lap 3 or 4. F50 in fact still having a tooth and nail battle. Alright, so a position update. Ollie is still in first, very closely followed behind by Quicks. Giros in third, Specky in fourth, Street in fifth, Joe in the sixth, Sleepy in seventh, XTI in eighth, F50 in ninth, Beck in 10th, Croco 11th, Pale in 12th, Deadshot in 13th, and then Mark in 14th. Biggest question is going to be in the battle for first is, can Ollie outpace Quicks? Or can he defend himself well enough against Quicks? Both are excellent racers, so this is going to make for a very down to the wire race. First place here would actually mean a healthy chunk of points to Quicks, who did not participate actually in the first race. Good chunk of points for him could make or break his season. And alright, thank you for the information, Spear. We are 8 laps to go. Oh, Snapey crashing with the inner barrier there. Cost him a little bit of time. Still a significant amount of time between him and XTI. Message him, say thanks. Alright, gap looks still the same, although Quicks is definitely catching on Ollie. It's going to put some pressure on him. Like I said, both are excellent racers, so in these next 7-ish laps, we'll see if the pressure gets to Ollie or if he can keep his cool and outpace Quicks. Such a short track, there's definitely been a lot more lapping than last week. Personally, I feel sorry for the most Mark. He is a very solid racer, but he must have had some very bad incidents going into this race, and that's cost him a lot of time, putting him in the back of the pack. Well, we are going to head our way down to the finish line, because at this point, it should be getting awfully close to finishing. Here comes Ollie and Quick again. Neck and neck, these two. These two really do signify, the epitome of good, clean racing. Literal bumper-to-bumper fighting. Quicks is literally right on Ollie's ass as he goes for the overtake into these next series of turns. That is going to be an extremely close battle. Alright, here come Ollie and Quicks once again. Ollie with Quicks right on his tail. Good defensive maneuver there. They go into this turn. Looks like Quicks gets the overtake on the turn. Oh, Ollie almost getting enough speed to overtake him again. It's gonna come down to the wire with those two in a very nice battle for first. It's moments like this where I wish I could actually use my nano drone in this race, because being able to fly your drone around would actually make for a very, very nice, at least in my opinion, very nice coverage of the race. We're heading back into nighttime. We started this race in the nighttime, and we will end it once again at the nighttime as the sun sets over the mountains. Whoops. Here they come. Quicks appears to have widened his gap on Ollie. What's the spear doing? What is spear doing? Unless Ollie can have a absolutely stellar lap, or Quicks has a little incident, Quicks may actually end up taking this race. But it's not over until the final lap. Anything can happen on the final lap. Mark and Joe having a pseudo battle right here. Joe, of course, being significantly further ahead. Give him some room up here. XTI has done a good job of keeping F50 behind him for the majority of this race. Quicks again has widened the gap on Ollie. Unless Quicks has an accident, I would say that this race is going to be his for the taking. And have to sneeze again muting. Ugh. You know, everything has really tempted me to just put a 50 cal right in Mark's brain. But I'm not going to do that. I'm a nice person. You hear that, Mark? I'm not going to kill you. Looks like Ollie's closing the gap a little bit, but I don't know what lap they're currently on. Ollie could potentially get a serious boost. Or unless Croco slows Quicks up enough, it could give Ollie the chance to make an overtake. So all coming up. They should be on the last, like, 2 or 3 laps, actually, at this point. Look at Croco actually made a pit so they can pass. So I think that's going to give Quicks the room he needs to get further ahead of Ollie and secure a first place finish. Oh, hello. Mark actually has now overtaken Pale for 13th. Mark actually doing what he said and said not getting last today. So props on him for aiming high. Pale obviously does not want that last, and he is going to fight tooth and nail to get that position back. F50 and Beck now closing up a little. Coming down to the wire here. Okay, so it appears that Specky has overtaken Gyros for third. Quite interesting, a nice change here in the final few minutes of the race. I can see them on my map now. They are fighting tooth and nail for that third place. There they are now. Quicks with a significant gap over Ollie. So I do believe that that is going to be a first place finish for Quicks, which is very good for him considering he missed the first race of the season. That might mean they're on the final lap. So this should then be the lap of the race. Yep, Spears confirming it, that is last lap. So we are now on to the final of the race. So here, Quicks has a massive incident in this last few seconds. It's going to be Quicks in first and Ollie in second. Specky and Gyros still battling for third. So it is still anyone's game. What's the Spear doing? That's gonna be my new catchphrase now. Anytime I see Spear doing something questionable, I'm just gonna, what is the Spear doing? Alright, we're gonna jump down here real quick so we can get a trackside view of this final bit of the race. I'm gonna come over here instead. Here they come, they closed up right at the end, but it's going to be Quicks with a first place finish and Ollie finishing closely behind in second. Very good racing from everyone today. Gyros and Specky are very close behind, but it looks like it's going to be Specky with third and Gyros coming in right behind him in fourth. We've had a series of very good battles this week between Specky and Gyros. XTI, Beck, F50, and Crocodile all fighting each other, and of course a very hard-fought victory for between Quicks and Skull. That's Street with 5th and Joe with 6th. And Snapey is going to bring up the rear. Oh, sorry, Snapey's going to bring up the 7th place. Mark being passed by Pale again. He is definitely going to fight for that 13th. There is XTI with the 8th place finish. Beck coming in 9th and F50 coming in 10th. Gonna put Croco finishing 11th. Deadshot finishing 12th. From the looks of things, me being on fire. With Pale coming in 13th, I believe, and Mark in 14th, we'll get a final look, and also see who took fastest lap. That is going to be Quicks with the fastest lap. Yeah, so Deadshot in 12th, Pale 13th, Mark 14th. Very excellent driving from everyone today. Few very excellent battles and some insane things. I'm going to quickly join back on this party. Excellent race, everyone. Oh, that was tight. Hold on, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream real quick.